So yeah, like I said, the interview is a few weeks after your last exam. So I remember moving out of O'Rourke, going back home and just chilling and enjoying myself after that stressful first year exam period. And like I said, taking time to think about why I wanted to do medicine. And then I remember my interview day rolling around, and I was so nervous the night before, like I just did not sleep at all. I was also very nervous about being late for the interview because I'm always late, and since I was back home and not at halls in the city, I was pretty far away. So I remember like busing into Grafton, which is where the interviews are held, so early that day. Like my interview was like at 10 and I think I left my house like at 6:30, like insanely early because I was just so scared of being late. And then about 5 or 10 minutes before my interview was meant to start, I went into the waiting room, and it was really cool because I actually didn't know that this was a thing at the time, but every like student who's coming in for an interview gets buddied up with their own older students, so they're like second year medical, pharmacy or optometry students who are basically like your slaves for the day. I mean, it sounds really mean, but my buddy, he literally told me like, I'm your slave today. And so they like hold your bags throughout the whole interview, and after you come out of every station they offer you like a glass of water, so it's very sweet, and like you don't feel like alone in your interview, I guess. And when you go into the waiting room, even if you don't know anyone, you can just chat to your buddy, which is like really nice. So I think that's such a cool thing that they did. So acting was my first station, and I was like so nervous. I don't think I did like particularly well talking to the actor because I was just so nervous. In that last bit of that station as well, for the last 2 minutes, you act with the actor for 4 minutes, and in the last 2 minutes you talk with the interviewer about how you did and like how you thought you could improve. In that 2 minutes I just was like, oh, I totally would have done this next time, and I was just basically like roasting myself. But then like I think it showed that I recognized where I went wrong, which is better than being better than flopping and being like, well, I did great. And that's a cool part of the acting station. You get an opportunity to give feedback about yourself and get feedback, I guess. Whereas the other stations, you just talk for 6 minutes and like you have no idea if they liked you or not, really. Like, you can't tell. Yeah, so I remember coming out of the first station very frazzled because I was like, oh my god, what just happened in there? But no time to waste. You just gotta clear your head and move on to the next station, because technically that past station is over. You can't do anything about it now. And the next station, like I said, is a brand new start, new interviewer. They have no idea what happened in the previous station. And so just forget about it. Don't worry about if you did well, if you did bad, just next station, go. So yeah, next station, you grab the question on the chair, read it for 2 minutes outside, bell goes, and then you go into the room with the interviewer and chat. And you don't have to worry about talking for like the whole like 6 minutes, because sometimes you do run out of things to say, and they do have like little prompts to like ask you like a follow-up question, and then it ends up kind of just being conversation. So I remember as like the stations went on, I just started getting less frazzled, less nervous, and way more confident. By halfway I was just killing the game, if I say so myself, and I was just like, oh, this is fine. Like I like it, I enjoy it, I'm having fun, which is like really weird to say because I was so scared about the interview. A lot of people, like a lot of older medical students, told me like, oh, don't worry about the interview, it's actually really fun, and I like did not believe them at all. I'm like, how can it be fun? It must be so stressful. But it actually is quite enjoyable after you get past the fear and nervousness of the first few stations. Another interesting thing about the interview is how they mark it. So a lot of people worry about what they're like saying and like every word and scrutinizing every detail. But in reality, they're actually marking you out of qualities, which is really weird. So every station is assessing you on 3 different qualities, and these are qualities that they would want in a health professional. So good communication, cultural sensitivity, creativeness, empathy, leadership. Interview will mark you out of 10 for each quality. You know, they're not like scrutinizing every detail, every word that you say. They just want to see as a whole, like, Are you a good communicator? Are you good at empathizing? And so it's not like a speech, like, oh my god, I need to have like a very clear voice and say all the right words. Just be yourself.